Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Onos and today we're going to talk about the tempering system. I've created another spreadsheet, but we'll get to that shortly. Stick with me for a few minutes and let me explain my thought process. I'll be covering the basics of the tempering system. I'll explain what is in the spreadsheet and how you can make use of it to help you either A, discover potential build ideas for yourself, or B, give you the ability to see if certain stats and bonuses are available to help improve an existing build you're running. I'll also be talking about some example build ideas that I've taken from browsing through the options while making this. The point of this video is to offer you some information for you to take away. I want you to be able to answer your own questions about what type of builds are possible. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favour and leave a like or comment. It helps me out more than you'll ever know, being such a small channel. So first, let me quickly explain why I'm even bothering to do this. There are a million Nioh 2 build videos out there already, and I do plan to release a few of my own at some point. But before I start going crazy with those, I wanted to start from a different place. I wanted to take a step back and see if I could add some value to the Nioh community without dictating how you should play the game. Yes, there are completely overpowered builds out there, but let's be honest, anyone can cheese a boss once a way has been found. But where's the sense of achievement in that? The beauty of Nioh is the level of character design. It's the lengths you can go to really create what you want. If someone wants to just get through the game, and I'm not judging here, then they'll do it. With enough practice and bloody-minded stubbornness, they'll get through without needing a de facto build or even needing to learn all there is to learn. They'll finish the game and move on to something else. This video isn't for those guys. This is more of a teach a man to fish type of video, and I'm really hoping you find some value in it. The video is for anyone who wants to do their own thinking. All I want to do is provide you with some tools and ideas. You can go away and build whatever the hell you like with it. I'd love to hear the crazy ideas you come up with. Over time, I plan to provide more tools to help you make your own builds, but for now, this is a starting point. And if you lose sleep because you're thinking too much about your character build, then I'm sorry. So, with all that said, let's finally get into it. I've made another spreadsheet. The geek in me simply can't help myself. This ties back to the first one, which talks about the weapon damage scaling and the synergy between weapons, but this time I'm going a step further. Now we're looking at the tempering system and the stats you can tinker with to synergize with your build ideas. First, I'll very quickly explain tempering and then we'll circle back to the spreadsheet. So each weapon or piece of armor has its own bonuses. The majority of those bonuses are randomly generated, so it's the RNG fairies who dictate what you get, but you can use the blacksmith to change those bonuses. Be aware that some weapons and armor have inheritable or locked bonuses which can't be tempered. We'll talk about those another time, but for now, I'm focusing on what you can control and what you can customize. So, go to the blacksmith, select temper, and go find the item you want to play with. For each of the bonuses you're able to temper, you'll be given a number of options for what to change it to. This comes at a cost. You'll need umbracite and some gold each time you want to change one of those bonuses, which will probably cause you to want to farm your asses off at some point. You can temper the item as many times as you like. Each time you change an attribute, you can then look again to see if this has given you any new options. One quick tip, you can sometimes temper a bonus to improve the same bonus stat. So for example, on this piece, I could bump up my projectile damage taken from minus 2.7% up to minus 3.3%, just worth noting. The risk, of course, is that you'll feel like you're gambling at points in this journey. You can end up pushing for just a little better and end up spending all your resources and possibly ruining what was an almost perfect roll without fully understanding what all your options are. So that brings us nicely back to the spreadsheet, finally. And yes, I know it took a while. Thanks for sticking with me. I have collated all the weapon and armor bonuses you can get into one place. I've added them into subcategories so that you can browse for the sort of things you're looking for, such as key recovery options or the different types of damage bonuses and resistances. Now, before you get too excited, a couple of disclaimers. I won't claim that this includes every single option. It's likely there are attributes I've yet to encounter on my journey, but as I expand my own knowledge, I'll be sure to share. I'll be updating the sheet with new additions. If anyone has anything to contribute, please let me know. This is a work in progress. You'll find a link to the spreadsheet in the description below, so feel free to browse at your own leisure. The sheet doesn't include any locked stats like inheritables, for example, or the fixed armor bonuses and set bonuses you can get. I may add those in at some point as a point of reference. For now, the idea is to provide you with an easily accessible list of attributes you have the ability to change using the tempering system, so that you can decide what you want without needing to go in game and scroll through every armor piece that you've ever dropped. One thing the sheet does not currently include is the weapon skill attack damage bonuses, which you can temper. So, some armor pieces will give you a damage boost to specific skills in your weapon skill tree, but there were far too many for me to collate and I couldn't be 100% sure which skills were included in the full list. I didn't want to just add every skill into the list, as I can't be sure it would be accurate. One thing I can tell you is that when you have a piece of gear with a weapon skill damage bonus on it, you should be able to hunt for a skill you want, because the temper system seems to stick to that type of bonus. I hope that makes sense. I can't promise that the skill you want will be available though, so if you do find a piece with that skill on it, make sure to keep it, temper the other attributes and soul match it to keep it up to level until you find something better. Okay, so circling back to the beginning for a moment, the spreadsheet can help you to decide if the idea of a build you have in your head is actually attainable. For example, can you make a life leech magic build? Yeah, you can. You've got skills in the magic tree, obviously, but how do you make the most of it? Well, you've got a load of different life leech options available on weapons to run alongside it. You could also add in life recovery on Amrita absorption and then pair it with a bonus to Amrita collection on your armor, if you like. Do you want the life leech build to work better for bosses or for farming? You can pick from your life leech triggering on enemies killed or damage dealt, or even add self heals every time you use a key pulse to purify. Do you want to build a farming set? Well, you've got luck, equipment drop percentages. You could specify what you're farming for too, like Amrita, soul cores or gold. You could even pair this with the life leech options to minimise your downtime between fights. Do you want to make a tanking set so that you can play alongside friends and be the meat shield? That's possible too. If you run some of these ideas alongside the enemy attracting bonuses you can get on some of the armor pieces. Do you get the idea? If you're interested to see what your options are, go take a look at the spreadsheet for yourself. The link is in the description. I really hope it helps you out. If you find this useful in any way, do me a favour and let me know in the comments section. Engagement with the video really helps me out. The YouTube fairies like it when we chat amongst ourselves. If you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. For all the existing subs, thank you so much for your support. The channel is growing and the support is very much appreciated. Right guys, I'll wrap this one up here. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe. See you for the next one. Bye bye now.